Hi, I'm Lauren. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Assuming you read the title, this video is all about exploring hobbies in your 20s. Because if I can be honest with you, I grew up doing competitive cheer, I was involved, and now that I'm an adult, it's like all I do is work, cook, clean, take care of Kane. Like, there has to be a little bit more to life, so I am intentionally seeking out some hobbies so I can just be a little bit more fulfilled in my life. So first up is going to be painting, which is something I'm not unfamiliar with, as a few paintings within my home have been done by myself and a little project me and my mom did together. So I have all of the materials I need, and I have a canvas that I already painted and I just don't like it, so I'm going to paint over it, which is honestly the beauty of painting. You can start new, you can start from something that's old or outdated that you're not loving anymore and make it something that you really love. And I can say you should stay tuned to the end of the video because I love how it turned out. So I'm gonna stop yapping, let's just get into it. So I wouldn't exactly classify myself as an artist, but I also know if you're putting paint to a canvas, like, we're all artists in our own way, in our own right, but I think that's a part of getting out of your head and just letting go and having fun with something, because it doesn't have to be perfect. I will say, when I first started painting as an adult, I would fall into the role of being a perfectionist, and like, I can only do abstract art and I'm not the best at it, but it's ultimately about having fun. And I have furnished my current home with most of the art that I painted and then my late grandmother had painted. So it's all about having fun, and I think the most fun part is getting that first stroke of paint on the canvas. So let's do it together. Let's just go for it. Ah! It's so pink. So I know I want to brighten up this painting because it's just extremely dark. I don't know why I did it so dark, but I know I don't necessarily want it to be super bright pink. The main colors I have are this pinky color and this yellow. So I'm gonna mix in some creams with this paint to kind of make it a little bit more neutral and not so pink. Something that I enjoy about painting is that I can very much turn my brain off. So in these moments, I'm not really thinking about anything except the direction I'm gonna go in or just the different movements that I'm making. And I am not someone who can draw like shapes and faces very precisely. So all the artwork that I have done is like this. And I know some people, especially when they go to museums, they kind of laugh at art that is super abstract because they're just like, what is this? But I think that it's not even about the idea of creating something specific, but being able to shut your mind off and just use a different part of your brain than what we're really using on an everyday basis, and just create without limits. There's no rules. Ultimately, art is art. I still think it looks beautiful after the fact, and I'm gonna be putting this piece in my bathroom, but it's like, just have fun. And that's what I'm doing, I'm having fun. The other thing I'll say about painting is that you definitely have to be in the right mindset, because I bought this paint now maybe 3 weeks ago, but just, it wasn't the right time for me to paint until now. Again, it's such like a beautiful day. I don't know if I said that, but the sun's shining. I decided to get myself together and not just stay in, like, you know, clothes that you would just throw on to paint in if it's okay if they get paint on them. But I decided I'll be careful as I can be, and to feel like I'm just in my own little studio and to really feel like I'm an artist. So a night or two after I sat with the original painting, I honestly was in the best mood, and I felt like I just needed to do something. There was nothing to watch on TV. Like, I just wanted to do something. So no music, no vibe really being set. I didn't even have all the lights on, so I'm halfway in the dark. And I got the idea of adding some water to the paint to kind of thin it out, and using like one of those whitening, Mr. Clean whitening sponges. It's the only sponge I had. I'm not gonna use our actual dish soap sponge. And I just got to work. And I was like, okay, this is it. And I know it's good because even my husband was like, oh, I love it. Usually when I'm like, do you like my painting? He's like, yeah, I like it, it's good. Like, I know when you really like something and when you're like, yeah, it's good. But he kept saying like, I love it, I love it, I love it. And I really do too. But I definitely am gonna be doing a larger painting similar to this for our future home, because I want to do my own artwork for my future home. There's just something really unique about, like, let's say someone comes in your house and like, oh my God, where'd you get this from? I did it. So aside from the pride and it being your own little artist, it just is really cool when you create your own art. So I'm very happy with the final product, and I think it was just a great way to end the video. It wasn't perfect, and it's not necessarily about it being perfect, but if you want it to be a little better or match really what your intention was with the painting, you can always add more and progress and edit, so to speak. Like, it's not finalized. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you can gain some inspiration and go out and get yourself a canvas. They have canvases at Ross, Michael's, of course, any other art supply store. But I honestly have found some large canvases at Ross for like 14 bucks. Whereas the same size at a Michael's would probably run you a good 50, 60, maybe even 70 bucks. So if you're not sure where to start there, or even Five Below if you want a smaller canvas, get you some paint, some brushes, some sponges. I am going to venture out and get some just different tools that I can use to get different shapes or textures or who knows what. So I will definitely be revisiting this video or a similar video to create some more art in the future. Ultimately, I hope you enjoyed this video, you gain some inspiration, you get out there, you paint, or if painting is not something you're interested in, find some hobbies. Go hiking, go ice skating, who knows what. So I will definitely be revisiting this with my next hobby I get into. So I'll see you then.